I was born in Nashville, Tennessee in the year 1962. My family lived in this little city called Lebanon, Tennessee. A fun-loving kid, but I think that I had a lot of issues of insecurities, of not being good enough. The only reason I was born in Nashville because there was complications and the hospital did not admit Black people, so we had to go to the Black medical institution in Nashville. I was raised primarily by my mother, hard-working woman, Christian woman who was devoted to her kids. She didn't have much education, and that meant that she didn't get great jobs back then. I'm the youngest of four. She always found a way to support us. The best part of school for me was when I was able to participate in sports. I was a totally different person when, like, the coach would say, hey, we need you to do this, do that. I needed that structure in my life. I needed that type of attention, that type of monitoring. But without it, I was totally lost. I was always with the group of kids who like to get into trouble, like to have excitement, like to always have something going on. Whatever adrenaline rush came to us, that's what we did. No thought process, just reaction, just, hey, let's get into this. Hey, what's going on over there? It was a lot of peer pressure to prove your worth. And we thought it was manhood if you accepted those challenges, you know. Hey, I'm no punk, I'll do it, you know. Scared to death, but I'll do it, you know. I was arrested in the 11th grade. This is the first time I ever carried a gun, ever in life, carried a pistol. Now, I did not intend for what happened to happen. I had seen this gun, it was a .22, you know, and I had seen it fired at abandoned cars. The bullet never completely penetrated a window. When I fired this gun at the window and the gun hit the window, there was a really, really loud explosion. It seemed like a cannon went off. It hit that window and it, like 1,000 pieces of glass just exploded, you know? And I was confused because I'd never seen this happen before. I did not know that the passenger side glass isn't as thick as the windshields. The young lady who was sitting in the passenger seat, bullet hit her and killed her. That wasn't my intentions, you know? I didn't mean for this to happen like that. The emotions and things that go through your mind when you start to realize that you done took a life, even though you didn't intend to take a life, you took it, and it was like, I don't know, it was a really strange, numbing, out-of-body experience, you know? Like, wow, this is what's going on, you know? And it's like, I can't really explain how you feel. I was going through the day and I was like, I wasn't there, man. I just wasn't there. I came home from school and someone said, hey man, your mother out there, she wants to speak to you. I went out there and she was like, Ronnie, the police called, they said they want to talk to you about a lady that got killed. And she was really crying and everything. So I was like, oh mom, they talking to everybody in the neighborhood. That's nothing to worry about. They just want to talk to me because they talking to everybody else. When we went down there, you know, I said, hey, tell us what happened. And I was like, I don't know anything about that. I was over to my girlfriend. So I told them I was over to Felicia's house. That was my story. They say, look, everybody's saying that you didn't really mean to do it, but you need to come clean and tell us what's going on. But I'm thinking, oh, they trying to trick me. I don't know how they know this, you know? And that's how a juvenile think, well, they'll believe me, I guess. Like, come on, man, no one believes you. So I went back to the county jail thinking that, well, I'm gonna get bond out. And they said, the judge said, no bail. And we raised your charge to first-degree murder. And that was it. I knew that I had did something wrong. And I knew that, I thought they were like 5 years or something for what I did, you know? I like, maybe 5 years to help me get myself together, because I'm out of control. When a juvenile gets life without parole, he can't really grasp that sentence. I've only been on this earth 17 years, so life to me was 17 years, you know? We have no idea or no way of grasping what life without parole means. You mean 40 years later, I'm still gonna be in prison? I never even imagined anything like that. It means till you are dead. My remorse is real, it's genuine, you know? Of course, spiritually, I talked to the woman who I killed, and I know she know the truth. She knew that this wasn't an intentional thing that I did. Now, did she forgive me for my actions? I'm not sure, but she knew that I wasn't the cold-blooded murderer that people were calling me. When I went to prison, I didn't feel that this was the place that I was gonna die at, you know? So I was like, what's the best thing to do, man, is try to make myself better. Found out they offered college courses and GED, and I was in those programs almost instantly. I remember the day that I was released. What I remember vividly about that day is the officer up there was giving us clothes to dress out in. They fit horribly, you know, the pants was up here too tight. I can't this shirt like this, you know, way up. And we were complaining. Everybody, hey man, I need some other clothes. I need a 38 and this, that, and that. And the officer come in there, he said, okay, sit over here and we get you guys later once I process these people out. And when he said that, everybody was like, man, these clothes fit fine. Walking out the parking lot, and instantly, I just seemed to let the penitentiary go, you know? Even though it was minutes ago I was locked down, but I just seemed to transform. A lot of times the things that people say were going to really give me problems and stuff, I haven't had those problems. And I don't know if that's because I always knew that I was better than how I was perceived. And it's also that I had a strong support system in place also. I can't get around that. You know, I've always had extremely strong support. Immediately, I started canvassing for Michigan liberation. I'm knocking doors, you know, trying to talk to people about criminal justice reform and stuff. One of my friends who was familiar with Safe and Just, he said, man, they got a position open for community engagement specialist. And he said, I want you to fill out an application and send it to him. I said, let's do it. And I sent it to him, and fortunately, they hired me. One of the reasons that I'm really enthusiastic about doing this work is because I know that some people come and Ronnie, you're doing a good job, and you know, and pat me on the back, and by no means do I feel exceptional, feel special. I know that there's so many other people who I left behind that are capable or more capable than me than coming out here and doing the same things I've done. And they deserve an opportunity too. So if I could shine light on them and use myself as an example of what you should be doing when you get your second chance, and telling people that I'm not exceptional, there are many others left behind just like me, just need the opportunity that I got. I had to persevere through a lot of really difficult days and difficult situations, but I just had to not give up. And it was really some dark days where, you know, it would be easy to give up, easier to give up. But I just couldn't. I just had to keep getting up and proceeding like I actually had an out date until I got an out date. And to keep planning for the future and to keep hope alive that there was going to be a future for me. The word that defines me, or if just one word, it would be perseverance. It's the ability to just keep on keeping on, the ability to stay focused and to just say, I'm going to grind, I'm going to not give up. So I always had the inspiration and the hope, and to not only me believe, to help others believe that we could get a second chance. I was in the penitentiary, but I never let the penitentiary get into me. I am Ronnie Waters, and I am a believer.